So my name's Ben Smith, and I am playing Robbie.
Morning. This is Mr. Robert Lennox, Eithne. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yes. Yes, of course. I know your work, Mr. Lennox.
In a good way, I hope. Pleased to meet you, Eithne. Call me Robbie.
Robbie is a celebrated journalist for Life magazine. He's been called over to support the movement. There's a couple of people who are kind of hesitant to get him involved. It's nice to get involved with something where there's kind of layers to it.
I should stay for a drink. There's an hour till curfew. Both of you.
Why not?
But if I'd have just read the scripts without a character being suggested, I would have been asking to read for Robbie, definitely. Aoife, who plays Eithne, I've had some great stuff with her. She's an absolutely wonderful actress. She really is.
And action.
The Oxy captain is good as admitted they don't actually know what Michael Collins looks like. Their most wanted man.
Sure, what a hope have they when everyone tells him he looks like someone else.
I'd like to interview him. Can you arrange that?
Well, now we know one thing for sure.
And what's that?
You really are no spy.
I wasn't aware I was under suspicion.
I've had to grow up at times when we've been on this because I'm kind of like still acting like a 5-year-old, which I hold my hands up. I do that a lot.
Well, yes, why not?
Well done.
If anyone's going to help me perform better, I'm well up for it. So, yeah, thank you, Aoife.
Women lawyers? What about women judges?
Sometimes them too.
Maybe this is a real revolution after all.
What did you think it was? Play acting?
Having weighed the evidence for both sides...
My name's Aoife Duffin. I'm playing Eithne Drury. Eithne is working at the Bulletin newspaper. She's a journalist there. She's very ambitious and determined and forward-thinking, and she's a Republican, and she wants a free Ireland. I mean, I guess you just try and engage in the scenes as emotionally and as honestly as possible. The opening scenes where they're having the first stall meeting you see, that's quite exciting. And just working with the other actors and feeling like you're in a flow in the scenes, that's a really nice feeling.
I'll not have a man search me.
You'll have what I say you'll have.
I insist you respect my wife.
You'll insist on nothing.
But I'll insist to the Lord Lieutenant himself if you interfere with any woman in my house.
For me, as an actor, we've got the easy job. We're the last ones here and the first ones to go. Everyone else is kind of here making sure that we look great. And definitely on this, there's been some challenging things for them. But I've got a habit of reading like half a script and I'll read the rest later. And I read all of them with this. I read it all in one go, which is very unusual for me.
But would I really work for the people who charged me with inciting the masses to civil disobedience and then threw me in prison?
There are so many key things that are happening that I just think it would be difficult for anybody not to be gripped.
Like you said, you never can be too careful. It was Barlinnie Prison, Glasgow. No, my foolish question stems from the belief that if you don't ask, you don't get.